Hello, beautiful readers. Today is March 1st, and I have finished reading The Fault in Their Stars by John Green. And I managed to get a signed copy. Yay! No Yeti or Anglerfish, but it's in purple, so that's exciting, because that's my favorite color. But anyway, the book itself is about a girl named Hazel. She contracted cancer when she was 13, and at that time they were told it was incurable and she wouldn't last long. They did what they could at the time, but the thing that's kept her alive to the point where she's at 16 is some kind of miracle drug. And they don't really know how much longer it's going to last and how long she's actually going to live, but she is living on borrowed time, basically. And so we get these big questions of what do you do when you know you are going to die relatively soon and you yet want to live your life. And so it's really fun and really sad and just really well put together, the way John Green manages to attack those questions and have parents, her mom and dad are both very involved in her life and in good ways. It's not like the typical YA novel where either the parents aren't there or they're kind of almost the bad guy in a lot of situations. They're really well involved, and it's a realistic, very well functioning, good functioning family structure that exists. And so Hazel is pushed by her mom to go to this support group because Hazel's mom thinks she needs to be involved with friends and be a regular teenager. So she gets to go to this support group, and she doesn't really want to, but she ends up meeting Isaac and then this fellow named Augustus Waters. And Augustus has a kind of cancer that took his leg, and it has like a really high chance, and he's supposed to be able to survive from there. That's all it's going to take. So he's kind of just there for his friend, more or less, and ends up meeting her, and they hit it off and they become good friends, and they're both very deep thinking people. And so she is absolutely in love with this book called An Imperial Affliction, which it doesn't exist. John Green completely made that up for the point of this novel, and the author as well. And so he uses that book as kind of a voice for his characters to give them really awesome quotes to be able to say to kind of sum up their worldview and explain a lot of the way that they feel about each other and about their lives and about everything else. So he does a really good job of pulling that and using it as a great literary device. And then he also does a really good job, I think, of having the relationship develop at a normal pace. Like a lot of times in YA novels, it's like, oh, I met you, and 2 minutes later they're kissing or something. So it's really fun to see how he seems to have taken all of those things into account and make it be a realistic relationship, along with all the other parental things that go along. So I highly recommend this book. It is definitely more a classic of literature than like your typical YA novel is. There's a lot more deep questions, but there's the tear-jerking, and then there's amazing little just hilarious bursts of just funny stuff that happens. So it's a really good mixture, so I would recommend having both a box of Kleenex and a glass of water next to you when you're reading this, because you'll probably need both. And yeah, so please go get this book. It is amazing. I cannot recommend it highly enough. So anyway, the next book I'm reading is called These Is My Words, and that one is pretty good. I will be reviewing that next time. So if you have any other questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them below in the comments section, and I'll hope you have a fantastic day, and go read this book. Seriously, it's good. And keep reading.